The amount of gold that came out of California, Oregon, Washington, Idaho, Montana, Utah, Nevada, Arizona, most of the western states paid for most of the infrastructure of this country leading up to the 1800s into the 20th century. Strange as it sounds, during the California Gold Rush days and basically through the 1850s and 1860s, there was no mining law in this country. Instead, what happened was the miners created their own rules and laws. You might say that it was probably the truest form of democracy that's ever existed on the face of the planet. The people themselves that were involved in the mining made their own rules and regulations to govern themselves in each locality. They decided how many claims a person could own, how big a claim could be, how often you had to work your claim before somebody else could claim it, things of that nature. Generally speaking, the whole principle behind it was whoever found it keeps it. If you don't go look for gold, you're never going to find any gold. If you look and find some, it's yours. That was the whole idea behind it. In the late 1860s and in the early part of the 1870s, Congress decided that we needed a national mining law. And what they ended up doing was taking a compilation of the various rules and regulations from some of the various mining districts in the West, made a blend of these regulations, and that came to be known as what we now call the 1872 mining law. However, there was a previous law that predates 1872, obviously. That 1866 Act, which most people, especially government agencies today, seem to have forgotten about, clearly granted all the valuable minerals in the West on the public land to the American citizens. They're ours. Mine, yours. Now, when you grant something, you can't take it back. That's the idea of a grant is a grant. The Supreme Court has ruled that once you've granted something, that's it. You don't have any control over it anymore. The grantees, the people that accept the grant, are the ones that can change it, but not the grantor. In this case, Congress granted the minerals to the American public forever, for ours. 1872, they passed what is now known as the General Mining Law of 1872. It's the typical law that everybody quotes from, and it is considered the mining law. And it basically combined everything together, firmed it all up, and they allowed for the continued ownership of those minerals by whoever claimed them, or for that matter, you can sell your claim to somebody else, whoever owns that claim, as long as they perform a certain amount of work every year on the claim, they get to keep the claim year after year after year. Now, the people that took advantage of this law then and today didn't have any special qualifications. I am a gold miner, and I've been mining gold since 1980. But I didn't have to go to school or get a degree or get some kind of diploma that says I'm a gold miner. All I had to do to become a gold miner is go look for gold. And that's all anybody has to do to exercise this granted right that we all enjoy, that it seems there's the powers that be want to take away right now. Now, the law goes so far as to say that the mining claim is real property under the highest sense of such terms. It means I can sell the whole claim, I can will it to my heirs if I pass on, I can rent it, it's mine. It's my real property just as much as your home is your real property. The only thing I don't own is the actual land itself. However, under the mining laws, that land is being held in trust for me, the miner, by the United States government. Now, just the holding something in trust means they're holding it for my benefit. They're not holding it adversely against me. They don't come out and test my claim to see if it's good or not. Part of that law, the U.S. codes, had language such as long as the locator of a mining claim meets the requirements of the law as it applies to, did they properly locate the claim? Did they properly file the paperwork on time in the county courthouse? Those types of things. As long as the claim locator did all of that, the Title 30 laws plainly state that the locator of that claim has the right of exclusive possession of the claim, exclusive enjoyment of the claim and all the surface, the right to mine the claim and extract the minerals. Today, as we speak, there are bills in the United States Senate and the U.S. House of Representatives to amend the 1872 mining law into something that nobody would recognize today. Basically, it will kill the small-scale mining industry.